All right, Idaho Dub Senior. B prestige after his first year as head coach for OSU. There's your All-Americans. Brandon Cook's on the list. Check out Mannion stats. 2,726, 20 TDs, 16 interceptions. Whew, those are Idaho Dub numbers. He throws more TDs, though. My man Woods with 1,000 yards. Cooks killing it, and look at that. B Cooks rewarded for all of his hard work. How many? That was like 1,600 yards, man. He killed it. The Heisman Trophy Award. Not one Oregon State Beaver on the watch list. Got to change that for next season. The bowl game we're going to, probably not in real life, but in the video game, is the Holiday Bowl. It's Baylor versus OSU. Let's go. What's up, ladies and gents? It's Idaho Dub with another NCAA Dynasty video. Man, I just sprayed some videos last week. Okay, well, 2 videos in 2 days, and then I just took the weekend off, apparently. Too much turkey, man. But I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. If you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, I don't really know why you wouldn't. But if you don't, I guess if you don't live in the U.S., you probably wouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving. Why would you? Because, the Pilgrims came to America, and I'm not going to get into that right now. But I hope you had a good weekend, nonetheless. There's a lot of stuff that happened this last weekend, and we're going to dive into all of it, especially you Bama fans, man. You guys are crazy. We're taking on Baylor in the Holiday Bowl. Oregon State's ranked 13th. Idaho Dub Senior, pretty good season. After this game, I'm going to show you guys all the recruiting stuff, show you the offseason stuff, so it'll be cool. Brandon Cooks right off the bat with the deep ball. He's in. He's on the Biletnikoff Award semifinalist, so hopefully he wins it this year, but it would have been nice to get a win in that Civil War. Before we dive into all the craziness that ensued last weekend, let's go ahead and first talk about fantasy football. It is the playoffs. Here are the 4 teams. My team is included in that made it to the playoffs. I do the ESPN Standard League, and it just has 4 teams in the playoffs. Congrats to the 3 that made it in there. For everybody else, awesome. There's a few of you who didn't update your rosters for part of the season, but it seems like everybody picked it up towards the end. So make sure next year when I post a video about signing up for the league to let me know. We might increase it to 12 teams next year because there's a lot of people that are like, I didn't know about it. Well, you got to watch every video. That's why you got to watch every video, man. So congrats to the 4 teams in the playoffs, and thanks to everybody who played this year. If I don't win the league, which I should because my team's beast. If I don't win, though, I think we're going to have a little prize for the winner, so we'll see. Stay tuned for that. All right, let's dive into last weekend, man. A lot of stuff happened. Civil War. Let's talk about the Civil War first. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. A lot closer. And the Beavs should have pulled that out. Fun game to watch. It was funny, we had a house full of Beaver fans, and we had one Duck fan here. And he was kind of sweating, but he was kind of like a typical Duck fan, No, I'm just kidding. He's kind of a bandwagoner. He doesn't like to be called that, but he is. But, it was fun. And I think Duck fans realize that Oregon State's good. Mannion is a good quarterback. Sometimes he plays crappy. Just like Tony Romo, says the Cowboys apologist. Just like Tony Romo, He's a good quarterback. Just sometimes he plays crappy. Speaking of the Cowboys, they got that W last Thanksgiving. So let's try to keep that train rolling for Monday night this week. Woo woo! So yeah, man, Civil War is fun, exciting game. I was listening to Dan Patrick this morning, and he was talking about that game. And Mannion's good, man. Mannion is good. Mariota or Mariota, however you want to say it, coming back for his senior year. Smart move, dumb move. Let me know down in the comments. A lot of people are saying dumb move because of the money, and if I was in that situation, it'd probably be hard for me to turn down money as well. I probably would have waited a little while and said, I'm not sure if I'm coming back, to see where they projected me to get drafted at. But I don't think it's the worst move for him. I know that people have came back, like Jason White at Oklahoma, and he didn't even end up getting drafted after he won the Heisman his junior year. But, Andrew Luck stayed, and I think it's a smart move. I mean, pending he doesn't get injured, watch, I'm going to eat crow again. But come back another year, play well, up your draft stock, get one more year of experience under your belt. It can't hurt, man. That's one thing I hate about the college football or the college basketball scenarios. You can leave, you can go one and done. And You mature through college. I went to college for 5 years. Yeah, 5 years. I'm not a doctor or anything. I was on the 5-year plan. But you learn a lot, man, and you mature as a human being over those years, and I think that'll help. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a Duck fan, but Marcus Mariota is a pretty even-keeled guy and seems pretty humbled, so I think he's got his crap together. Now let's dive into the Iron Bowl as we're trying to stop Baylor here. This 18 guy is he's all over the place, man. Navar? That tight end's killing me right now. Come on now, D, come on. The Iron Bowl. I got killed in the comments, man. After that game was done, you guys went back to that video where I said the Iron Bowl I thought was going to be boring. I don't recall saying that, but I don't know where I would have said it at. And instead of rewatching the video again to see if I said the Iron Bowl is going to be boring, I just believed everything you guys say in the comments. So I apologize to all you Auburn fans or any fans of college football who took my word and thought the game was going to be boring, because it was everything but boring. That game was crazy, man. What a game. I don't know. I tried to think about the best sports finishes that I've ever seen in my life. And I've seen some great comebacks. I've seen some great finishes. But I was really trying to think. I was like, man, what is bigger than that? And nothing could come off the top of my head. What is it? The 96 NBA Finals, Jordan against the Jazz in Utah, that fadeaway jump shot. Maybe was it 96? I can't remember when it was. That was cool. I mean, the Boston Red Sox series against the Yankees, and they were down 3-0 in the series, and they came back and won it, and then ended up winning the World Series. That was cool, but as far as a single moment that was clutch, that meant more, I don't know that anything bigger. There's the Music City Miracle as well, the Bills versus the Titans, but ultimately, this ruined a bunch of stuff in college football. It ruined Bama's chance of getting into the Natty. Well, didn't ruin it, but it definitely put a damper on it. Now, obviously, if Florida State were to lose this weekend and Ohio State in the championship games, then Bama would be right back in it, which, knowing their luck, they probably will be. But the game was exciting, and it definitely screwed some things up. And what better way to send the BCS out than with a screwed up ending to the season? But that game was huge, man. A.J. McCarron he was probably the Heisman frontrunner besides Jameis Winston, but a lot of people, I think, are on the fence about him because the whole, rape allegations. So it'll be interesting to see, man. A.J. McCarron, that kind of shot his Heisman down because people just, they like to see those undefeated teams getting the Heisman. Not minus Johnny Heisman last year. His team was undefeated, but, that's a whole different scenario. The Iron Bowl, though. Bama fans crazy as Storm Woods goes off. Run, Stormy, run. Bama fans, you guys are crazy, dude. Why is it after every game you lose against Auburn, you guys have to do something that is just bat-ass crazy? After Cam Newton beat you guys, you had that crazy fan run over. He went back over to wherever Auburn's at. I'm assuming it's in Auburn, Alabama. I don't know. That's the name of the town. Anyways, they went to Toomer's Corner. He poisoned 2 trees that had been there since Jesus was here. And he poisoned them, and then they had to tear him out because they died. And they had to take him out. And he's in jail now. So things are looking up for him. And then after this game, you crazy SOBs get into an argument. I don't know if you saw this news article. 2 ladies got into an argument. Or maybe it wasn't ladies. I don't know the whole story. I think it was a lady, though. Anyways, 2 Bama fans. All right, we'll just call them 2 Bama fans. Good thing I did my research, right? I'm like, 2 ladies. I don't know if they're male or female. Now I'm just making stuff up. You can Google it. 2 Bama fans got into it. And one Bama fan shot the other Bama fan for not caring enough that Alabama lost to Auburn. Are you freaking kidding me? Shot him? Do you know how many times I get mad at Cowboys fans who hate Tony Romo? And I'm a huge Tony Romo fan. You know how many times I get mad? It's all the time when I talk to Cowboys fans. You know what the problem is? I have a brain, and I don't pull a gun out and shoot them. I can't even imagine that. Every time I got mad at a Cowboys fan for not liking something about the Cowboys, I'd be shanking people all day. I'd have to quit my day job just to stab people. It'd be nuts. Gee, take a break, Bama fans. Just calm down. Take a breather, okay? Chill out. Then you got that other Bama fan. I think she's still a student at Alabama. She's saying that what's his name? I can't even remember his name now. The guy who ran back the touchdown to win the game stepped out of bounds, and that there should be an overtime. She's petitioning for it, trying to get people to sign it. Oh, I'm sure she's going to get a lot of people to sign it. Everybody in the state of Alabama. Oh, Bama fans, why can't you be like Auburn fans? After the game, Charles Barkley went out to a bar where a bunch of Auburn fans were at. Got on, he was rapping up there to Ninjas in Paris by Jay-Z and Kanye West. Like how I edited myself there. He's rapping to that. Buys everybody in the bar a round of drinks or a couple round of drinks. I think he's buying everybody's drink through like the next song. There's a video of it online. It's pretty cool. Chuck just being Chuck, man. Charles Barkley, he's the greatest. Like, that guy just does the weirdest stuff. Why can't you be more like him, Bama fans, huh? Why not? Oh, sorry. I hardly ever cough in these videos, but I'm trying to do this in one take because I got somewhere to go. My bad. So, yeah, man, crazy weekend. Let me know what you think down below. What's the craziest rivalry you know of? Because I think Bama and Auburn's got to be up there. So, I'm going to go on a limb and say that's the craziest rivalry. I don't know that there's a crazier rivalry. I've heard some pretty crazy high school stories. But let me know if there's some crazy rivalries in some of the stories down below or a video response. If you give me a video response, because I feel like there might not be enough characters to explain it. If you can give me a video response of some crazy story of a rivalry, that would be awesome. And I'll put it in the next video, I promise. I'll make a clip of it. Let me know down below. Beavers on top. Idaho Dub Seniors, first year as the head coach. They win the Holiday Bowl. Only lost 3 games all season. Mannion and Cooks had a pretty good year in the video game, so I think we're going to have to talk them into coming back, but we'll see. That'll be the next video. I got some surprises coming up. Well, not surprises. I got some news coming up, so we'll have another Dynasty video up soon so I can talk about that. 34-13 is your final. Brandon Cooks, Storm Woods going off as usual. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.
Hey yo, it's hard to be sober, but it's easy to be bent when you got some extra money and don't need it for the rent.